adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're on something different today. We're doing a bit of drifting on carx drifting racing online. I think that's what it is. I just normally call it carx drifting. But yeah, as you saw in the title, we're going to be doing some tandeming, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically drifting with people. And obviously with the aim of that, you want to try and keep up with them, try and copy them. In real tandeming, like drift battles, there'd be like clipping cones and that sort of stuff that you have to hit, like inner and outer zones and stuff like that. But this is just online. You can have up to 16 people, and you'll see it later on in the video that there's quite a big tandem I'll get in amongst. In all honesty, this is probably the best server I've been on for a long time. Normally you get people that can't drift, you get other people that can drift but can't tandem, and then you just get the other people that just go around crashing into you all the time. And even people that can drift, you've got like different levels. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. You'll see in this video that I'm not perfect by any means, but when you've got drifting and you've got loads of different levels of drifters in a lobby doing tandems, and it's also cars as well, because obviously people can be really good with cars, but they might be fast, they might be slow, but then when they get into tandems, they can't, if obviously the other person's car's too fast, they can't keep up. But if the person in front of them is actually slower and likes to do slower drifts, then sometimes they can't always alter their driving technique to make it work, if that makes sense. But yeah, so obviously in the title you would have seen that it would have been tandeming with another roughed up buddy, obviously meaning the cars. That isn't actually how they are, it's liveries. I've made mine personally, and he probably would have done the same. But yeah, unfortunately I should have added him really, and this dude here that I'm tandeming with now, this is when it all started. Obviously mine has a few bumps, which like I said, I'm not perfect. We've had a few bumps and that. It was a pretty good tandem. But yeah, so I think I do this run with him, and then I start off with him. I think in the next one, I think I may just tap him too much and he spins. But I think that's when we're in the big train of people. So I know it sounds bad, but moved on to the next. If I'm just singly tandeming with someone like this and I accidentally hit them or spin them out, or they spin out, I will wait for them. Because sometimes I will just be drifting on my own and I'll come up behind someone and I will start tandeming them. So it's not like we've gone out to tandem together. Obviously the worst thing you can do, obviously, if you accidentally spin someone and then then just leave them, but never mind. But yeah, so obviously just tandeming with this dude, and then in a minute you'll see the larger group. I can't remember, I think obviously I start off with him, I am Lucas, and then I move on to my other buddy about halfway through the clip actually. You'll see him floating around when we get back up to the gas station in a minute. Obviously this is a voiceover, as you can probably tell. I'm not going to time lapse anything. I'm just going to let it roll. But what I'll do is maybe, because this next load of clips is all one big recording, so what I'll do is maybe halfway through or so, I'll increase the volume of the music that's playing in the background at the moment and just let you guys enjoy the video. And yeah, so I may have found a solution to obviously the voice thingy at the moment. Some games it's working on, some games it's not. But I'm just going to change the whole way I do it, and hopefully it'll be a lot better. Maybe I might be able to include my webcam as well. That is another thing. Obviously, the webcam would be mainly for obviously steering wheel use. This unfortunately isn't steering wheel. Obviously, what I'm doing here it is controller. But with all the settings turned off, so obviously it's not easy. It's easier than the steering wheel. I don't know what it is. I used to drift and that on, I think, Forza Horizon 4. No problem with the steering wheel. But coming onto this, playing around with a few settings, I think it's trying to get the cars right as well. Because obviously with my on controller, I have the cars just ridiculous, like getting like serious angle and all that. So it's just trying to find a car that's I can tune to how I need it. And then obviously I'm starting off with like the lowest settings on the steering wheel and just trying to get used to it. If you guys do want a video, obviously once I sort out the webcam and that, of me practicing with the steering wheel, then I'll be more than happy to do that. But obviously if kids are watching, I wouldn't advise letting them watch their parents if you're listening in the background. Yes, I wouldn't advise you keep watching it because there probably will be there for the blinding. I will try my best not to, but some days I don't know how or why, but some days I can be alright on a steering wheel, and then the next I'm dog. But I seriously need to get a handbrake. I have tried mapping up the joystick to do the handbrake and even the sequential gearbox, but it's just not having it. So I gave up with the end. So half the time I'm just sticking in one gear and just trying to flick the car instead of using handbrake. So, but I'm getting there. Obviously it will take time. The other thing is bloody braking as well. Like on here you'll see that I use a lot of like normal braking as well. On the G-force pedals, the brake it's not sensitive enough. It's too stiff. Like you have to push it in like halfway for it to actually like kick in, and obviously the pedal is like super stiff. It's not sensitive at all. That's another thing with like farm sim as well. Even with farm sim I struggle with it sometimes. Never mind. So yeah, this is where I tap it slightly too hard. I did pull over because I felt bad, but then I joined back in because he literally carried on. I didn't realise, and then look, there's my buddy, and obviously you'll see in a minute, obviously where the thumbnail came from. I think it was just up round the corner actually. I think it's on this turn here. Yeah. So. But yeah, no, he kept waiting for me, so I did get a few more recordings, but they weren't anything great. Like we had some good parts in it, but obviously then people were getting in the way, and we had a few people that came and started crashing into people, and then my PC crashed, so I lost a load of recording as well, so that wasn't the best. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I think I've got this lap, maybe one, maybe two more laps. I'm just going to let the music play now and let the clips roll. But yeah, so if you enjoy the video, guys, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. And if you want to see the latest new videos on this channel, and then click that bell button. Cheers, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Trying to change what I've been trying to say. Words don't come straight from my head to my mouth. It's such a shame that it fell out of place. Was never me that was bringing you down. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted.